Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to all the participants, distinguished faculties and invited guests. And I would like to invite all of you to our third session. This is our third webinar organized by Onism Consultancy. Then I hope that your all family members and your friends and relatives all are safe during this pandemic time. And we are entering in a new normal. So we have to prepare ourselves for the future. So we have to sharpen our skills, sharpen our calibers to battle with the competition. So as a moderator, I am introducing myself. I'm Mohammad Imtiaz Hossain, and I'm a postgraduate student of University Putra, Malaysia. I'm a lead consultant and founder of Onism Consultancy. And I am currently the Vice President of Bangladesh Student Association of University Putra, Malaysia, and I am the Conference Secretary of Bangladesh Student Union, Malaysia. And recently I joined in a journal, International Journal of Social Science, Innovation and Education as an editorial member. And in my 2 years research career, it's a very short span of time, I published 30 articles and I'm still learning. And I facilitated, organized, and moderated co-anchored 43 workshops, seminars, and conferences, both webinars and also physically. And I've attended 156 plus training and workshops, which including the research and soft skill and hard skill. And this is our past activities of Onism. Onism is a research startup, you can say, and we have assisted in 56 publications, and proofread and edited a lot of manuscripts, and we also provide the consultation like the framework, like the variable selection and research analysis support, besides our webinars organizing. And we also provide the support for the soft skill fest, and we recently was the collaborator in the soft skill fest, which was organized in July. It was a 2 days workshop. And this is our some activities and this is our services. Those who are new with us, this is for you. These are our research activities. We provide the proofreading service and editing service and production checking and poster preparation, conference and workshop organizing. We also provide hard skill service like SPSS, MOS, NCS for the engineering, Mendeley, EndNote, and other academic services. And for the soft skill service, we provide like consultation for leadership development for organization, communication, negotiation, public speaking, critical thinking, selling skill, and NLP, and lot of. And this is our workshop for today webinar: how to select a high impact academic journal. This is very important and crucial for the researcher, those who are new in the academia. Because as a new researcher, we feel sometimes very confused to selecting the journals, and we also don't want to waste our manuscript, because there are a lot of publishers, there are a lot of other organizations, lot of journals, those who are not good, and we have to be careful about this. So this is the purpose and motivation for organizing. We want to aware the academician to become more conscious about this journal selection. So we hope our resource person is very experienced. He is also editor and reviewer and chief editor a lot of journals, and he has published a lot of articles. So we hope that his experience will be beneficial for us. And I'm introducing with you is Dr. Mosab Tabash. He's associate professor and MBA director of College of Business, Hossain University, UAE. He completed his PhD in finance, Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi, and he completed bachelor in an MBA from the same university, Islamic University of Gaza. Currently, he has published 56 publications, including Q1, Q2, and InterScience, Whaley, and the list is going on. And he is the chief editor and editor reviewer of several journals. So right now I am inviting our lead trainer for facilitating his slide, and knowledge sharing. So I'm stopping my screen. Thank you. And if you have any questions, you can write down in the chat box. We also provide the times after the session, after the presentation. We will convey the questions to our facilitator. I already stopped.
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother Imtiaz, and inshallah today we will start a good session about how to select a good academic journal. Without wasting more of time, I will go directly for the presentation, and here in this seminar workshop, I will go for practical insights more than theoretical, because what's important for all researchers, especially in the early career who want to publish some articles, some papers, it is very important to be aware of how to select the journal, how to know the quality of this journal, because this decision will impact them in the future. In order to have a good career in the future, you should start from the beginning, because everything is accumulated. After 2, 3, 4 years from now, if you are good journals, at the end you will achieve your goal. But if you are just to publish, to have numbers of the papers, at the end you will suffer a lot. Here I will give you based on my experience. As my brother mentioned, I have published more than maybe 56 or 70 articles, about 40 of them in Scopus, in good journals. I also have presented many articles in conferences, also editor-in-chief. I also have many connections in big editors around the globe. Working here in my university as MBA director and risk management supervisor, and also internship coordinator, I deal with many things here in the UAE. And I know also the requirements of other universities here, and like United Arab Emirates, Khalifa University, well-known universities in the region. What are the requirements? What they are looking for? But here, based on my experience, I will share it with you. More than you can see many things on the internet. But here in this class or in this workshop, it will be more practical, more based on my experience. Yes, I want to share screen right now. Here now, did you see my PowerPoint?
Yes, sir. We can see the slides.
Here today we will how to select a high impact academic journal. Here, as you can see, just we go. Here, as a content, you can see we speak of introduction, why quality publication is very important. The types of publications also very important to know from the beginning. Also, we will stop somehow on predatory journals. And these predatory journals now, many issues, many problems, many universities stop recruitments of big professors in UAE, in Qatar, in Bahrain, because of these predatory journals. I know personally some professors from the UAE got offers in Qatar University, and they give them offer and visa and everything. Then at the end, they discover 1 or 2 papers are published in predatory journals. They terminate their offering, which is big problem. And here we should be careful about this. Also, we will speak about how we know quality journal indicators. Also, how to select a journal. Then, if you have any problems, we can at the end we will discuss. So here, always, if you are want to working in academia, here you can see all things are going in the same direction. From administration work, teaching and learning, research. We are doing teaching and research in order to have income generation, to survive in our life, also to achieve our image, reputation in society, in the front of others. All of these virtuous cycle is very important for every one of us to take these things in his mind. From administration work, teaching, research, income, all of these things are integrated, are working in the same way. Right. Why quality publications? And if we are asking ourselves why we want to publish in high quality journals, why publication is important? And before going to select this Q1, this Q2, this Q3, this Q4, this is ABDC, this is Scopus, ISI, why we are going for publications and why we are going for a high quality publications? First, to get academic degree. For example, now, Mohammad Rashid, for example, brother, he is publishing many articles and he now is going to discuss his PhD and Viva and get his degree. Right now, if he wants to take his academic degree, he needs publications in good journals in order to be graduated. But here, first, we need good publications in order to get academic degree, to get PhD, to get MBA, which is very important. In Malaysia, in KL, and other universities now in Western countries, here in the UAE, you can't graduate from your PhD program unless you have published 2 articles in high-ranked Scopus journal plus ABDC in business. So here Scopus plus ABDC is very important in order to graduate. Also here, to good postdoctoral opportunity. Now I completed my PhD, my certificate with my hand. Okay, it's good. Now I don't find job because academic to find a good academic job nowadays because the market is saturated. Maybe it is difficult after graduation. You can't find job. And I know many friends graduated from UPM, from USM, from. How to go with doctoral? You need high quality publications. And if you have 5, 6 papers in Q1, Q2 journal, and you apply for Australia, then you will get selected. Why you will get selected? Because you have quality publications. Maybe you will find 1,000 PhD graduates, 1,000. But most of them, they have Scopus publications, but their Scopus publications are Q3, Q4. How to differentiate yourself among this competition of others by having high quality journals. Here to publish in quality publications, you should also have opportunity for postdoctoral, which mandatory to publish in Q1 and Q2. Here to get academic job in esteemed university. Here now graduated and you want to work in GCC here in the UAE, in Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, in these countries. Everyone dreaming is working here in the UAE. But in order to be selected in the UAE university, here you should have good publication records, Q1 and Q2. In this case, your chance to be selected here in the GCC will be very high. Now, we assume that you selected to work in my university, on other universities. Here, you want to be promoted. You have 4 years, 5 years to get from assistant to associate. Here, if you don't have a quality publication, it will be a big problem for you. It will be a nightmare for you. Why? Because you want to be associate, you want to be professor. But who will save you quality publications? No one will inquire your publication. No one will ask you if you have Q1 and Q2 in Wiley, in Severe, in Springer, in Emerald. No one will ask you. But this is very important. Also, some universities here give research projects. Who we can secure these research projects by $100,000 sometimes, $200,000. How they can give these research projects based on quality publications. Also, now they are looking for citations in Google Scholar, citations for ResearchGate. This citation, from where it comes? If you are publishing in Q1 and Q2, it means there is most likely to have high citations. But if you publish in any journals, Q3, Q4, maybe because site score is 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, in this case, the chance to get citation is very low. But here it is better for you to publish in high-rank journal too, first, to get a good job, second, to have citations, to image, to promote, to have a postdoctoral, to have many things. But here, how to have high qualifications or high publications, here we should consist of collaboration. Collaboration here, it's very important. For me, maybe you have good article, but you don't have connections. You don't have something. But here, maybe contact with me. Maybe I have one reference, or I can have some suggestions, improvement. It helps you to go for Q1, Q2. The third, before here, we have also QS ranking. What does it mean, QS ranking? The QS ranking, if you can now, last 2-3 months, you can see the Malaysian universities all have good, University of Malaysia about 70 or 49, I think, good ranking. Why? Because the QS ranking have 6 criteria to put ranking for the universities. One of these criteria is related to Scopus publications and citation. But here all universities now around the globe, they are pushing all students or scholars to publish in Scopus and AVDC to have more citations. Why? In order to enhance their position in a QS ranking, which is considered here good indicator for the GCC universities, and they are depending a lot in the QS ranking. Here we have a quality versus a quantity of publications. The quality will quantity always. Here we have some debate about which quality or quantity. Here it is better now if we are early career researchers. Sometimes it is preferred to have some quality papers for quantity. Yeah, if you go 3 Q4 at the beginning to have 5, 6 papers, it will be sufficient. Then gradually we have to go for Q1 and Q2 journals, to high rank journal. Why? Because now in the quantity and the quality we are the same. Good. But it is not encouraged to have every 2-3 years one Q1. In this case, at the end, you have 2-3 papers in the Scopus. It is not big number. But here we have to make always, we have to be balanced between Q1 and Q2 part and the Q3, Q4 part. Early researchers is encouraged to have at the beginning some papers Q3, Q4, then go for Q1 and Q2. And if you can have 2 papers in a year, in Q1 and Q2, it will be sufficient and will be very good for you. We have to go now quickly. As we discussed, we have a quantity early stage runs on the board. In order to go on the board, you have at the early stage to concentrate on a quantity part. Then gradually we have to go for a quality part. A strategy, for example, we have to publish at least in every year 2 high ranked journals. If you can secure 2 publications in Q1 and Q2 in every year, it will be good chance for you to sustain in the academia. And here, before sending the paper, or what does it mean for the peer review system? Here, peer review system, any good article, without going for checking anything. If we want to know this journal is good, high quality journals, it means we have peer review process. The peer review process, for example, there is first author writes and submit the article. Then we have a journal editor. Then journal editor, if he or she finds the paper is suitable for the scope of the journal, can send for the reviewers. Reviewers with suggestions, then send for the authors. Then the authors send for the editor. Then the editor decision for the author. Then the authors for publications, for production. But here this is the cycle. In order to know this journal is good, it means this journal should go in this peer review process. فدايما here we have a blind review. The blind review, what does it mean? It means we don't know the reviewers and the reviewers don't know us. Also, we have triple blind review. Double, it means it goes for 2 reviewers. Triple, it means we go for 3 reviewers. Single, it means it goes for 1 reviewers. And here, what does it mean? Sometimes we will find in the journal written, this is single review. It means what? It means goes for 1. If this double, it means it goes for 2. And you are not known for the reviewers, and the reviewers are not known for you. Also here, always the publications in good journals takes time. Here we have some issues with some scholars. Send the article for me for suggestions, for sending for journals, for send today, and after 2 days they are asking, what is the status of the article? The article accepted or not accepted? What is the every day, 2-3 days, they are asking the status of the article. Here, now we are working in the academia, and we have a lot of academic work, administrative work, consultancy, many things. But here we don't have time to, and if we have time in the weekend, we can work. But it means always the publishing, it takes time and should be patient, and everything will be good at the end. Always peer review system free of cost. The free of cost, what does it mean? If you want to publish in good journals, always it is free of cost. One will say now, we have open access, and open access, gold open access, they are asking for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, like Helium, for example, something like supported by severe, why they are taking. But here we will discuss later on why they are taking money. Always here we have big non-publishing houses. Here it is known now for all of us. We have Severe first, Springer, Wiley, Taylor, Sage, Emerald, IEEE, Ender Science, others. Now these publishers are well known, and if you get any paper accepted in under these access, and we have predatory journals. Here, what does it mean? Limited access. Limited access. It means the subscription of this journal only for the universities, for the library. We can't download this paper because this subscription is closed. Only if the university have access or have buy this subscription and paying the money, we can download this article. Otherwise, we can't. Therefore, it is called the closed access or limited access. The other type, open access. The open access, what does it mean? It means we as authors, we will pay the money for publishing this article and will be available for everyone in the society. And this will help us for get more citations. And in case if I publish an article in open access, anyone can download and can cite, which will positively enhancing our citations. And also we can help young scholars. And if we have scholars in Malaysia, Bangladesh, or India, they don't have access for this journal, they can download it directly, which is good for them also. And we have to help them. But the problem in this open access here, always it comes under the umbrella of predatory. What does it mean? It means if this journal takes money, in this case, maybe this journal avoid peer review process. Yeah, give the money, publish the paper. Pay and publish. Pay and publish. Now this all open, we have good open access journals. But what's the impression in most of the people here? If you publish open access and pay money, it means there is some relaxation in the peer review, or there is no peer review. Just pay the money today, tomorrow morning, publish the paper, which is under the umbrella of the issues. And it creates a problem here. There is a long debate of open access journals. We will discuss them later on also if we have time. Here we have mixed access journals, which is you can publish open access or you can publish closed access. Now the most important, we should, in order to have good quality paper, you have to avoid this predatory journal. If you succeed in avoiding predatory journals, it means you are good and your paper is good. Now, how can I avoid? We can see how to avoid. The B's list, this is a problem here. We should be careful. It is established by Jeffrey Bill of the University of Colorado until January 2017. And this person, Jeffrey Bill, has threats of killing because he is publishing this list. This list contains many publishers, and these publishers may be predatory, just take money and publish. These journals also deceiving journals. Scopus logo, yeah, we can this the journal and Scopus logo is there, but if we check the journal in Scopus, we will not find it. High cost of publishing. It takes $2,000, $1,000, $800 without doing any peer review. Acceptable overnight. Should acceptable overnight, it means send the paper today, tomorrow morning we have the acceptance, or maybe published. No review. Extensive marketing strategies. Maybe all of you see in Facebook many times, many publishers, but Scopus Index Journal, Conference Index Journal, Scopus, and you have $200, $500, $800, $1,000 guaranteed. All these things, what does it mean? It means excessive marketing strategy just to have the money. And I know personally in India for 1,000 articles in a year without any peer review, taking for each article $1,000. You can imagine 1,000 articles, $1,000. How much money they will have in 1 year? $1 million. $1 million only for 1 year. It means if the journal is discontinued for Scopus, no problem. They will secure their life for the end because already they have $1 million with them. That's it. They don't care about you. discontinued, not discontinued, to promote it, not to promote it. They will not care about you. Just they will receive the money, bring 1 or 2 people to working and typing and duplication. That's it. But here you who will sacrifice, who will victim of this? You will be the victim. Of how to be aware of this issue, we will know how. But here we have this website. We can check this. But here for the journals, this website, you can check it later on more details. We have to first to think which journal we have to select. Also, we have to check with colleagues, with references, with many other websites how to know. Also, we have to submit for reliable journal. Now, from where we know this one, now we will go for a Scopus practical session, we will know how. Also here we have the COOP and Director of Open Access Journals. Now, Director of Open Access Journal, it is very important. If the journal is open access, and I want to know the authenticity of this journal, or this journal is reliable or not. Do we have one measure for open access? If this journal is indexing in directory of open access journals, but it is not the board. Why? We will see right now. We have some journals indexed in directory of open access journals, but it is in the B's list. So here we should first to check if it is in directory of open access journals first. Second, we have to check in the Scopus and to check their publication performance. Also here we have hidden cost. What does hidden cost? Yani when you submitting your paper, there is no publication fees. There is no accepted. Then they are asking for $500. They were asking for $800. But it is not written in the website. It is not written in the directory of open access journal. Also, this is now in the Scopus. To 5,000 articles, to 4,000 articles. Now, what does it mean? It means this journal now is close to be discontinued from the Scopus. It's close to be predatory journals. So we have to avoid it. But how we know this? We can know it from Scopus database, and we will know how. Also, we have quality journal indicators, like we have site score, we have Shimago index, GCR, we have SNP, we have impact factor. All of these measures, it will give us good indicators to select this journal. Also here, we have these list website, this website. If we are looking at this website, look here in this website. For here, if you are looking in this B's list website, this gives us some indications. For example, if I write for publish, مثلا serial publications. هاي كتبت serial publication. If we are coming here, one minute just. I'll write business, for example. If you are on write business and go down now, you can see Asian Area of Business and Management. This one is the predatory. Asian Research Journal of Business Management is the predatory. The Global Journal of Business and Social. Look how many journal publishers now are predatory publishers. How we can know? We can know from this list under predatory scholarly open access journals. So now this is these items under original list. It is the first list established by Jeffrey Beal before removing it in 2017. Now later on there is someone else coming and continue the work. Now we will have some publishers are not inserted in the original list. So from where we can bring them? If we can go down here, we can find update. Update, what does it mean? It means there are some, it means we have some journals, publishers are not included in the first list, but because they are now accepting, because of money, they are included in the update, which like for example, International Journal of Social Science and Business, all of these journals are very, all of these publishers are very bad, and we have to take care. If we want to publish any paper, we should come for the publisher and put it here and know. If it appears here, it means this is a predatory publisher, we should avoid it. If it does not appear, it means it is good and we have to go forward. sometimes we have here, for example, growing our econ journals. If we are econ journals, there is some delay here. But if we are going for econ journals, this one, not coming, 1 minute. Here if we here if we are looking here, econ journals, this one, look. This econ journals, if we press on it, and we have many journals under this publisher. This econ journals have some things. We should take care of it. Here it means this econ journals are indexing by directory of open access. Just here, if we are looking here, econ journals, note, all their journals are indexing by directory of open access journal. So it is most likely not predatory. Yes, they are correct somehow. But in universities, when just they found econ journals here in the original list, they will hesitate. They will think, no, this journal is not good. Even if it is written here, maybe not predatory. But because it comes here, then it will be probably publisher. No, you should not go in this publisher. If you are going for MTPI, high MTPI, which is known for all of you. MTPI is good somehow, but if we are looking for, it is not in the original list. If you can see here, MTPI, not in the original list. But if you can go for update, what does it mean here? High Multidisciplinary Digital Publishing Institute, they claim MTPI is not good and you should leave this article. And now if I am publishing in MTPI, it is good publisher, but comes here, it means there is some doubt. And we should also avoid this. Why? Because if we want good career, in this case, we should be aware of the update. We should update for the original list. As much as you can avoid this, it will be good for you. This is for publisher. If you have only journal, you don't have publisher, also you can check here, which you can take first impression about this journal is good or not. Plus also here, we can later on see maybe some publishers not given here any idea. It is clear, good. But in Scopus, we can check the performance of publications. If it is publishing 50 articles, it's publishing 200, 1,000, 5,000 within 1 year. It means even if it is not written here, this journal will be discontinued and this journal is not good anymore. Also here, these predatory journals, will we affect your profile, lose your job, give you bad image? Also, it will be discontinued of Scopus. Also potential to discontinue. Always, most of these journals are based in India, Malaysia, Indonesia, and many issues, many problems. Always the credible journals or predatory journals. If you are looking at this photo, the credible journals, it means we have systematic way, we are moving in the same directions. And there is a lot of obstacles, challenges in order to publish on them. But if you go for predatory journals, it is straight, just move. There is no issues, no obstacles, no challenges, nothing. But here we should take care. Publishing in high-ranked journal, it means you should have hard work and working in order to save a place in any good journal. Right. Now, how to select journal quality indicators? We have 4 indicators. We have, especially for any kind of business, IT, engineering, anything, we should take the same. We have Shimago Index, CSJR, powered by Scopus. We have an impact factor, Web of Science, Science Citation Index, Social Science Citation Index, Thomson Reuters, Business ABDC, Australian Indexing. Also, we have other indication like Director of Open Access, ROD, etc. All of these measures are very important in order to have high quality journals. If we could take them one by one, CGR, what does it mean? In Shimago index or CGR, it is very reliable and good to depend on it. CGR index, it exists in Scopus, and we can know it from this website directly. CGR always it gives us citations that are coming from high ranked journal. For example, I published paper in Q3 or Q4, but this paper have citations from Q1 journal. CGR indexing consider this high weight. We have site score, we have SNP, but this is Shimago or CGR, it put more weight for the papers that are coming from high indexing or Q1 journal. So how we can know if we are going for this website at Shimago? For here we can see now. Here we can select any subjects, category, countries, regions, times, everything. Here also, if we can see journal, CGR index, high index, how many documents they publishing in the last 3 years. Also, we can say here also the citation 2 years, everything. We can take only SCI or Web of Science, or Science Citation or Open Access, everything. For example, if we select business, for example, or social science, business, anything, if we are going for business, not social science, for example. Subject, if we want to take business, for example, here go. It's not exist now. If we take also here, if we can take Asia region, for example, all types, here we can take journals only, 2019. Here, if we can looking here, we can find about 27 journals. Here we have Humanities and Social Science Q1, high index, country. Also, we can know the country here in India, how many documents it have, high index, all of these things. If we want to go for open access only, we can select only open access from here. If we want to open access, we can find all open. We have 2 journals open access. If we want only SCI, we can find. But here, this CGR powered by Scopus, we can know all the status of the journal, Q1, Q2, all of these things from this website. Also, we will back for it now. When we go for Scopus, it will be more clear for us. Now we have site score. A site score, what does it mean? A site score means here for any journal, they will calculate the number of citations in this year for 4 years. We calculate the number of citations coming for this journal at the last 4 years. Then we will calculate the number of articles published in this during the 4 years. Then make simple calculations, we will know the site score. Now most of the universities here, they are, if we want to checking the quality of any journal, they are going for site score for the journal itself. Now we also have the SNP. The SNP, what does it mean? And always if the SNP is more source normalized impact per paper, if it is more than 1, it means it is good. But what does it mean, this one? It means how this journal is behaving compared to other journals in different disciplines. Yeah, for example, we are in management. How does this journal in management business are comparing to the journals in engineering, in the journals in social science, in the journals in environment, in agriculture? By SNP, it gives us how this journal is performing compared to different disciplines, which is very important also. Now, these 3 things, the SNP, with site score, with CGR, these are powered by Scopus. And here now from the Scopus, we will know, we will find CGR, we will find site score, and we will find the SNP. But we can't find the impact factor. Why we don't find the impact factor? Because the impact factor, the Web of Science, powered by Thomson Reuters. Thomson Reuters are different company, different publishing house. In this case, we always, if you want to publish an article, it is recommended to be indexing in Web of Science and Scopus. And Web of Science, there is some rule here. More than 90% of journals indexed by Scopus are also indexed by Web of Science. Sometimes, if the paper is indexed in Web of Science, most likely it will be indexed by Scopus. Now, how we can know if you place in this website? Hi, in this website, for example. Hi, we come for Web of Science. I want to know this journal is in Web of Science or not. You have to write an agent. For example, write research and international business and finance. This journal. I want to see if it is there or not. Yes, this is there. Higher research in international business and finance. And it is in a CV. And this is Web of Science core collection whose social science citation index. What does it mean, social science citation index? It means it is very good journal. But now I want to go for this journal here. I want to go back here. For here also, here I want to go for this journal. Then go for Scopus. This journal, we are going for it. So here, look here, research in international business and finance. And here we can find highest site score 3.7, the impact factor 1.801, the SNP 1.323, Shimago, we can find Shimago 0.638. This is matrices, very important. And this journal is indexed by Scopus ABDC type. And some journals, they are putting some numbers like this: site score, impact factor, SNP, all these, both logo of Scopus, but it is not in the Scopus. But what they are working like this, just to deceiving you. If you have journal like they put these matrices, are put in the Scopus and ABDC. How to check this correct? So here, just I will take this journal, take this one. Here, take it, and then go for Scopus. Now I have to go for Scopus. I Scopus here. Now just concentrate with me here in Scopus to know how. Here in Scopus, for example, we will go for this journal and we'll check some things also because we are opening. Here I will put it. It will now coming. It means this is in Scopus. It is good. But here I will go for this journal. Look now. Here we can find high research in international business and finance from 2004 to present. It's severe. ISSN, site score 3.7. Yes, if we back, we can know now it is 3.7, which is correct. CGR 0.638, correct. Listening 1.323, correct. Here also we can take some indications. Site score 3.7, 2019. If you go for 2018, we can see it is 2.6. But what does it mean? It means the performance is this journal is increasing, which is good sign if you want to publish more. Also, we can see such score tracker. Every month we have new updates, 3.6, which is good. Also, if we can know to Q1, Q2, 88, 86. So what does it mean? Are good. 3.7, 3.6 is very good. Also, if we can go for Scopus content, which is very important. If we are looking 143, 134, 196, but what does it mean? It means this journal is high quality journal. Also, it is B journal. We will check in ABDC also. It is a B journal. Also, this publishing more than 100, which is good. But many journals are publishing 30, 40, 50 per year. This is publishing more than one, which means if we have good article and we're sending for this Q1 journal within less than 2 weeks, 2 months, it will have the first decision. So how we can know within 2 months, less than 2 months, we will have the first decision. We will know later on now in the presentations how we can know. Also here, now if we are still in this Scopus, I will go back for predatory journals to check something. But here, if I want to search for any journal, so how to search? We can search here, for example, if I want to search between Islamic banking and economic growth, for example, I would search. Now here, I will have 148 articles published in this area. In open access 28, other 120. Also, I have in 2014, 2019 for 22. Also, I can see my name. I have 4 articles, everything we can find here. Now, if I'm going for the journals, here, International Journal of Islamic and Middle East is Emerald B journal, which is good, very good. No need to check. This Malaysian journals, Q3, Q4, no. And now here we can know all journals that are interested in this journal. Applied Economics, A journal, which is no. Like, what's important for me now? I want to go for some predatory journals to know how these journals does not exist in the B's list, but it is predatory. How we can know them from this? We will select one and we will see now. For example, if we or this one here, for example, look. This is also discontinued in this year. If you can for Scopus content, look here in this journal. Discontinued in last year or in this year. Look, in 2018, it published 196. In 2019, it published 8,313. You can imagine from 196 to 8,313 articles. But what does it mean? It means this journal will be discontinued and it will be also discontinued. And if you are looking for measures, the SNP, site score, all of these things are very bad. So here, if I want to publish an article and I am going and find this issue, I should stop publishing in this low bad journal. Also, if we can go for there is many journals go here, this one, and I know till now many scholars are publishing here. This one. International Journal of Innovation, Creativity and Change. This journal, if we are going for a Scopus content, no need. Look here. 2017, 28, 36, 2019, 1,583, 2020, 1,376. Here, what does it mean? It is jumping from 36 to 1,500. Now, 2020 half, we have 1,003. But what does it mean? If I am a scholar or researcher, and it is not in the B's list, okay, it's fine. But here, if I am looking at this performance of this journal, I have to stop publishing in this kind of a predatory journal that just take money and publishing, which is very affecting negatively your image in the future. But this is I have many, maybe I have 50 journals like this. But because of time, I don't want to go forward in seeing multiple journals. Just now to take care. If you want to check any journals, go for Scopus, go for site score, go for SNP, go for content. How many people they are publishing? If they are consistent, same 100, 100, 100, it means this journal is improving. This journal is good somehow. Also, ABDC system. This is an ABD system, Illustrated Business Deans Council. This is all for business, finance, economics, all of these things. We have A-star journals about 7.4%. We have A journals 24.27, 31. 36.61. Always is better to publish in B journal. A journal is that is very tough, but if you go for B journal, it will be okay. A journal okay, C journal very simple and it is okay. Now how we can go for ABDC? If we can click here, we can open the ABDC list, and you can find now in ABDC. If you can click on the ABDC journal quality list, I go download, then you will find the list, and this is the list. For example, I will show you. Here you can see any journal you want to check. Here you can find which is established, A star category, all of these things you will find from ABDC. For example, if I want to search for research, which or for this journal, African journal, enter. But here I have African Journal of Economic and Management Studies. It is Emerald publisher, ICCN, 2010 established, code C journal. If I go for research, which we discussed, research, and if you go for this one, research in international, just here, research in international business and finance. You can see here this journal which we discussed. This one is severe, as we discussed. 1987 1502 AB journal. Here this in ABDC, some universities now they are asking the journal for business, especially for business, should be indexed by ABDC, this Australian one, and schools, which is very good to be aware of this ABDC plus schools. This is now the requirement in most universities. But now how to select journal? Here, take into consideration now this journal is full length, letter review, research, anything you should prepare first. Now, you have to check the journal. You should check the quality of the journal in ISI, as we discussed in the SCOBAS, CGR, SNP, site score. Check in ABDC, check in the B's list, check many things, content of SCOBAS in order to be familiar of this. Here, we should go quickly here. Here, I have paper, and I want to publish it in good journal, but I don't know how to find good journal. Here, we have these 5, which is very important. A journal guide, this one, and just quickly here because of time. If we want manuscript, if we take Islamic banking and economic growth, here I should write, for example, Islamic banking is an engine for economic growth in the MENA region. Then put search. Look here, what will happen here? Just put key words, put some abstracts, and waiting for look here. Then we will have some journals that are publishing some topics in the same area. We have economic monitoring, severe, high impact factor, everything. We have sites, open speed, non-known. We have economic behavior. We have Asian economic. We have economic system, economic notes. This is from where we bring it from general guide. But if it is we don't familiar with this one, we go for another one. Which one? A director of open access. If we have time, we have to go back. SCOBAS, as we discussed now, just put some documents, 2 indications, it will come. Here, most important, who is severe research system. This how I know the research in business and finance take less than 2 months in the decision. Here, if we want to put title, here, if we want to go Islamic banking, and economic growth here. Then abstract. For example, if we are Islamic banking is an engine for growth of the economies of the Middle East countries, for example. Then keywords. For example, if we write Islamic banking, then research area, we take, for example, business management, these things, yes. Then find journals. Then how we know Then we directly we will have some suggestions. We have 33 journals published in this area. We have open access, we have closed access. Then we go back now. Now, if you are looking for IIMB management review, matching 2, highest site score 2.1, the acceptance rate 9%, additional time for first decision 10 weeks, a time to publication 28 weeks. Which important for me is 10 weeks. What does it mean 10 weeks? It means it is within 2 months. I will have the decision, which is good for me. But what's the bad for this journal? Is the acceptance rate 9%, which is very low. But if you go for technology and society, 14 weeks, very good. The acceptance rate above 20, it is okay. 21, fine. But here we will find Journal of Kenya Production, Dream Journal, only 5 weeks. The acceptance rate 23, which is very high. The impact factor 7.2, site score 10.9, which is very good information to know for any journal we want to publish in the future. Also, if we can go for research and the journal which we discussed here, we can find it somehow. Yes, hi. This year, research in international business and finance. Here, if we are looking, site score 3.7, impact 1.4, the acceptance rate just somehow low 16. Like in the time to first decision, 7 weeks. Within 7 weeks, you can know your status, accepted or rejected or refined. But all of these things in a CV Finder, it is very important to know about the decision, site score, and publisher, open access, not open access. If I want open access, just I can write this, then I have only close. If I want close, I only open access, which all of these journals you can now publish it in open access, which is very important. Also here, we can go for another one, is Journal Springer. Springer, this one also is very powerful. So if we take the same, here, Islamic banking is an engine for economic growth, for example. And area, for example, business and management, suggests journals. But here also directly, we will have the journals of management and governance. How many days? 64 in Springer, but in severe only in weeks. High acceptance. Day first decision days and acceptance, open or closed. Then we have all journals. We have 76 days, 69 days, 52 days, 32 days, 1 month. But what's the problem here in this journal? 7% acceptance rate. It's very low. This one, 24 days, okay, acceptance 88, very encouraging. Here 18, 29 days, very good. 1 month. Here 18 acceptance is somehow good. Here 27, 20 days. But what does it mean? It means these journals, if we want to, here for example, operations research, it takes 248. But what does it mean? If I want to send a paper here in this journal, it means we should wait at least 1 year in order to have the decision. So here I should avoid. If I have more about publications, then I should take into account. It is very delayed. In this journal, I should avoid it. So here also I can know impact factor. So this is very important, Springer. It is very important to take it in search for good journals. The director of open access is very important also here as a quick order. Take a quick. Here always if we the director of open access, this one, always if we want to search for any journals here, just we have to select the subject. For example, I will take subject here, social science, journals. For example, I will take also, now we have also no yes. No, what does it mean? It means no publication fees. Who will pay the money? The institution will pay. If I want to take yes, it means it will give me the money. Also, journals has seal. We have seal 8. What does seal? It means this super high quality journals by directory of open access. Also, we can select the publisher. MDBI, Taylor, Sage, anything. But this directory of open access, it is very good to take care of it. When any journal I want to publish it, if it is indexing by this directory of open access, it is very important to be care in order to avoid predatory journals. Also, if we are looking here, we can find Cogent Business and Management, which is published by Taylor and difference in under Cogent. This take $1,000. Now this is $1,000, and go for the journal. yes, it is $1,000. But sometimes we can find the journal here and put $200. But actually, the journal takes $1,000. But what does it mean? It means this journal is not good. Why? Because they are not following the instructions like what is given in directory of open access. And here, based on my experience, how to select a good journal here, always we should check with the friends, supervisors, advise to select a good journal. Also, we have to check the scholars who published before. And for example, I publish in this journal. Then you can ask me how much time it takes, how much the review, how the editor, they are looking for a proofreading or not, they are dealing good. All of this information is very important to take. Also, you should have your diary, or you should have one sheet of paper with you always, as I have. Every paper I found, then I will write the name of the journal. Indexing by Scopus, yes. Then index by Thomson Reuters, yes. Indexing and ABDC, yes. Close or open, close. The publisher, Wiley. But what does it mean? I have this diary with me. Any journal I found, this journal can accept. This journal is high quality. Then I write it down. Later on, I have a paper, and I want to publish it. But here, directly, I will come for my diary and see this journal. All this information is given. Then directly, I can decide this journal is more appropriate, meets the scope. I will send. It will save my time, save my efforts, save everything. But here, every one of you should have this sheet with you. Also, sometimes you should check the references in your article, from where the reference is coming, from which journals. If you cite journal 3-4 citations from the same journal, in this case, it is better to send your article for this journal. Why it is better? Because the editor of this journal, if he or she finds that you citing his or her journal, the cite score of the journal will increase. Plus, he will know that you know what is going on in this journal, which is a positive sign for you. I can't submit a paper for any journal, and I didn't cite any article in it. In this case, the editor will say he didn't cite any article in our journal. Why to accept his or her paper? We no any citation for our journal. But here always you find 2-3 citations from the same journal. It is better to submit for this journal. Also, we will have to check the scope, the aim of this journal. Always, sometimes you take the invitation for special issues. Sometimes you have invitation to special issues. We have to check in it. Also, you have to check the performance, the timeline, how many issues they are issued per year, 4 issues, 10 issues, 8 issues. This is very important. Also, you should sometimes relationships with editors could help. If you have good connections, if you have good references, sometimes all of these things are helping in publishing the paper. But sometimes the connections, the references is more important than the paper itself, which is working many times. Concluding thoughts here, always the publication, it takes time. There will be slow periods and failures. Sometimes we reject, send these things. It is okay, no issues. Be busy, be always go for good journals, try, don't lose hope. You should go forward. Also, you should have take the opportunity, do good work, hard work in order to succeed. Always, you should selection a good journal is an art. And some people, they have good journals, good papers, but they don't have to select good journal. They can publish their good papers in low journals. Why? Because they don't have any idea how to select good journal. Also, don't forget peer-reviewed journals. You should avoid predatory and go for peer-reviewed. Also, be careful of predatory journals. Give more weight for the scope of the journal. Indexation based on your career, university, and country. You should always check the requirements of your university, what they are asking for Scopus, for ODC, for ISI, for Web of Science, for citation index. All of these are very important. Also, the future is ahead, and you should take it. And also, if you want any contact, any help, you can contact me. This is my email, and this is my page, and everything you can find here. My email, and thank you very much for your attention. And I hope you get some insight from this presentations. And now the mic with Imtiaz.
Thank you so much, Professor. This is very wonderful and informative and practical session. Basically, I personally attended a lot of workshops and seminars, but I rarely found like this with practical information. Like you show the Scopa's website, you go to the DOAS, you go to the JCR and Shimago and Bell list, how we search, how can we decide whether we should go or not. So this is very practical session.
Yes,
And
I am going quickly. I am going quickly because of time. It
yeah,
takes
yeah, yeah,
always it takes 2 hours to
yeah,
explain
I
more.
know.
But now because of time, I try to finish within 1 and 15 minutes.
Yes, lot of
But I
information
hope it
still
will
we to
be
discuss.
help others. Yes.
Yeah, we can organize more in detail session in future also. We have planned to organize because we know this is a day-long session. Some researcher, some organization, they organize like day-long session, okay, to make it more practical. So we have time limitations, time constraints, but we will try our best. And I am requesting all the participants to open the video before we go for the Q&A session to take some snaps for the participants. Yeah, now we are proceeding to the
Yes,
Q&A
anyone who
session.
have any query, any questions, I am happy to answer.
Yeah, we
Based on
have.
my experience, I
Yeah,
am not
yes.
going for the internet or here or there. I am answering. I am this presentation written by me, based on hand experience.
Yes.
Here,
So
if
there
you
have.
have any questions, anything, just ask. I will honestly answer you.
Okay, we have one question. Like, um, okay, my suggestion is we should have to look on the journals itself, not the publishers. Sometimes the publishers, under the publisher, there are a lot of journals. So those who are good and those who are not good. So we have to search in the individual journals and go for the indexing. It's better.
Yes, you should. If we should discuss it, look into indexing, not in the performance of publications. If it is
Acceptance rate.
consistent, is indexing. Look into SNP, site score, CCR. Look on this indexing together and take a holistic view and take a big picture before sending any article for any journal. This is the most important.
Okay, our next question is how can we know which channels are free of cost? Sometimes the article processing charge is not mentioned in the author's guideline section. So how can we know the journal is free of cost or it will be paid?
No, it is free of cost or not cost from directory of open access. In directory of open access, the journal will if it is open access in directory of open access website, which we show it, it will give. If it is free, this website will do it is free. If it is cost 500, 400, 300, it will be written. But if it is hidden, it means it's a big problem. And it means some kind of deceiving or some kind of cheating. Because every journal should clearly mention if they have submission fees, if they have publication fees. It should be put in the website and meet it in the website, $200. Then when the paper is accepted, then we have $300 for proofreading. And what does it mean? It means it is also cheating. It needs $500 for publishing, which is not acceptable. And in good journal, it is for fees, it should be clear. And it is also supported by directory of open access indexing, which we discussed here in this slide. You can check on it.
Okay, then our next question is, if I submitted one paper, one journal, but first time rejected, can I submit again or what is the possibility that they are accepted it? If rejected from one journal, then we can submit or not.
If it is rejected, and all of us have rejections. No one of us submit any article and accept it directly. Always we have rejected, then submit again and that one. Now the paper is rejected. And part here, is to work as much as you can on the comments of the editors and the reviewers. Try to address as much as you can. Then after addressing them, you can resend it for another good journal. No issues. For example, I have one paper with me. Send it before for Sage Open. And maybe you, all of you know Sage Open. Now it increases its cost to $800. Sage Open, rejected. Okay. Then I will not do anything because then open access publishing is not good for me, but go no issues. Send for Emerald, be shared in Emerald. Then it will accept it directly without anything. After 3 months, accept it as it is. No matter what does it mean? It means sometimes if the review is not good review, just some 3-4 points, and it just they reject your paper without for no justification, which is not good. But if you feel that the review is good, they are written good review, in this case, it is better to work in the review and resubmit it again for a good journal, which is good for you and for the Euro future.
Yes, basically rejection is a good symbol also to increase the quality of the article.
And rejection, yes.
Okay, because we have to be optimistic and also take it positively. So our next question is, dear Prof, can I say there is no predatory journals in SSCI or SCI? In SSCI or SCI, there have any predatory journal or not?
Now here for predatory, not the predatory, always if sometimes may have predatory in some high ranked journal in severe Wiley or these things, but in general we always take what is going on. If you have published paper in severe or Wiley, in Springer, in Emerald, and all these publishers have their quality image in the market. If you know the editor, not know the editor, pay money, not pay, this is not working a lot. Because if the paper is accepted in this journal, the publisher is known, strong, is severe, Wiley, Taylor, Emerald, in this case, it's okay. Now, how it published, no one will ask you. But the most important, to get your paper accepted in this journal. That's the most important.
Okay, then next question is, Prof, my question is how I can understand that my article is very standard quality and it could be accepted by Scopus journal Q1, Q2. Is there any mechanism before it rejected by the editor? How can I ensure?
Here always, in order to have a good quality article, first you should concentrate for first proofreading. The proofreading should be number one. There is no any mistakes, any grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes. Second, similarity. Similarity should be, there is no any similarity. There, the objective, a contribution should be written carefully in the introduction part. If your paper is not a new paper, innovative paper, not a replication or not repetition work done by the others, in this case, it will be accepted. But if your paper is a repetition or replication for other studies published before, in this case, it will not be accepted or go forward. It will be rejected directly from the editor. But always, if I want to publish any article, first, I should have a new contribution. And this new contribution should be in the introduction part in order the editor to get it directly. Plus, now go for literature review. The literature review should be latest literature review. Now we're in 2020. The literature review should be 2020. 2019, 18, 17, maximum 2015. You should put all your literature from 2015 to 2020, latest literature review. And also try to write the literature review to be convincing, like a story from general to specific. In this view, you are writing like this, it will be good chance to get your paper published. Always you should use research questions, or you should use hypothesis. You can't use both together, research questions and hypothesis at the same time. Use, for example, research questions. Then go for the methodology. Methodology always you should have large sample size. You should use long period. A long period with large sample size with latest econometric techniques like for fixed random effect models, GMM models. these new models, techniques, if you have good sample, long period, use this econometric techniques, give results, discussion, conclusion, policy recommendations, write references with good way. In this case, there is certainly with 100% your paper will be accepted. This is 100 sure from my side. If you are follow these steps, it will be accepted. But what will happen in reality? I dealing with many scholars telling these points, but they are not listening. No, we don't have time. We don't. They're not following the instructions. But if you will follow these instructions, then select a good journal, then your paper will be accepted directly without any issues. If you will have received minor revision, something like that, and it will be accepted. And this is based on my experience. But here, always you should work hard, don't be hurry, be patient, work, and inshallah it will be good for you and it will be accepted.
Very elaborate answer, Doctor. I think they will get the very clear cut and details information about how can we publish a good journal, step by step. Okay, then next question is, will the high number of articles in one issue mean the bad quality journal, such as 10 articles in one issue and 50 articles in one issue? I think Doctor already mentioned in the presentation that the how many acceptance rate in one issue is important to know the quality of journal, where it heading to.
Yes. Always the quality of the journal is supported by the quality of the publisher. If the quality of the publisher is high, we don't care about how many articles published in the journal. Always the quality of the publisher support. But if the publisher quality is not good, in this case we have issues.
Yeah, if suddenly jump to the random number, then it will be a warning for us to not to go for the journal. Okay, then can we think that some journals, even though indexed in Scopus and Web of Science, and even these journals have Q rank, are still potentially predatory? If some journals
most likely, most likely the journals that are indexing in Scopus and ISI, most likely above 90%, they are not predatory journal. And always, if it is indexing by ABDC, if we have in business, this journal is indexing in ABDC, Scopus, ISI, Web of Science, it will be no longer predatory, because it is difficult, hard for a journal to be indexed by 3 renowned indexing companies, and then it will be predatory. They are not working. If it is indexed by Scopus, indexed by Web of Science, and indexed by ABDC, and then the journal is predatory, what does it mean? It means these 3, it is not impossible to 3 indexing organizations are cheated. I think it is no. And if it is Web of Science, ABDC, Scopus, it will be good. And also, there's another point. If the journal is good, you will find it good in all indexing organizations. Always the quality of the journal, if you publish in Severe, you will find it indexing by all databases. If you publish in Emerald, you will find the journal indexed by all databases. But always the quality journals speak loud. Everyone will know it. Here always the most important, the quality of journal itself.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. There are no more questions, and I'm informing that our next webinar will be on September 1st week. It will be on qualitative research in the social science. Okay, so please stay with us, and I acknowledge and I appreciate your active participation and contribution to make this event very impactful. So please stay with us, like our pages and subscribe our YouTube channels to get the updated video and updated information for the next webinars. And I thank you, Dr. Mosab Tabash, for your rigorous presentation and impactful information sharing. We will share the video in our YouTube channel, okay, within 1 week, I think. So please, if you have any remarks or concluding remarks, you can share with us.
Okay, thank you so much. I hope all of you to get accepted and published papers, and you benefit from this workshop. And if any one of you have any query for publications, for helping, for anything, I am ready to help. All my contacts and my details are available on the website, on my university page, and I am active researcher and research guide in Google Scholar. You will find my publications, you will find everything about me, and I am happy to help all of you just to push forward the research forward. And I hope all of you will have a safe time in KL and other places, and good times. Thank you.
Thank you. Please use this platform as a collaboration, because I also personally introduced Dr. Mosab by the social media also. So please make it a productive use of social science.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. No, I mean, we have to use the social media very effectively and productively.
Yes, yes. Correct.
The publications. Okay. Without a collaboration, it's very difficult to do the publications alone.
Yes, yes. Always we, now for 2-3 years, we are put a lot of work on collaborations with you, with others in KL, and here in the UAE, in many countries. We are working in teams, and we try. One alone can't go high. We have to collaborate together, put hands together in order to have good publications. Yeah, and some of us are good in relationships and references. Some are good in methodological part. Some good in literature review. Some good in introduction. Yeah, and we can achieve synergy. And synergy, what does it mean? 1 + 1, not 2. 1 + 1, 5, 7. A synergy, it is very important for research output. If you want to publish in Q1 and Q2, alone you can't go, because we all of us have many things to do. But if we are working together, divide the work. Yeah, for me, you go proof reading, you have good connections, you have good things. But here, it will be good for all of us. But here, you can, Imtiaz, now arrange for networks, for more papers, publishing in Scopus, ABDC. And in case I have some incentives, awards around me here in my university or other universities, I will support, no issues. I will try my best, but try to publish in Q1 and Q2, and I will try to support you. By all means I can. And you know it very well, Imtiaz. Now 2-3 years I am working with you, and you know this very well. So, and it is a good opportunity for all of you to publish. It is good for your future career. It is your promotion to your degree, for everything. But here you just work, and you have the enthusiasm, you have the power to work, and inshallah everything will be fine in the future. And yes, I will support by all means.
Because we need the quality and quantity both to achieve our KPI.
Yes, yes.
So we need
and we can achieve by collaboration. We can achieve quantity and quality together, inshallah.
Okay, thank you so much to all the participants, and we will see in the next webinar in September. So until then, thank you so much, and bye bye. Take care.
Everyone. Okay, thank you all.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Naim bhai. Thank you, Fatisha for joining. Thank you, Emilia Abu.
Hey,
Islam.
Next time, Riyata ki link ta ki pore pabo?
No, inshallah, I will share earlier.
আমাকে সাহায্য দিও, তুমি কিন্তু আমাকে 10 মিনিট পরে দিছো, আমি কিন্তু রাগ করছি।
No, because we share in our Facebook pages and
আমি এখানে দেখি নাই, আমি ওয়েট করতেছি যে 7টা বেজে গেছে, আমি কেন পাইতেছি না। এর মধ্যে তুমি আবার আমার পার্সোনালি এত পাঠাইছো, থ্যাংক ইউ।
ওকে,
আমার এটা খুব দরকার ছিল, বুঝছো? থ্যাংক ইউ। একটু রেকর্ডিংটাও আমার দরকার, বুঝছো? আমি একটু প্রথমটা মিস করছি।
Sure. Please join in the WhatsApp group and also like the Facebook pages.
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। আল্লাহ হাফেজ।
Yes, bhai.
Ji bhai. Thank you, bhai. Naim bhai.
Thank you very much. It's a very productive and potential. I think the presentation the professor did actually very technical, and I'm very pleased, and I'm thank you very much, because
thank you for your blessings. Thank you.
You selecting the. So I hope we will get the presentation slide as well, right?
I will try my best. Okay. Thank Thank you.
Thank you, and we need to join you next session.
Qualitative research, yeah, qualitative research on September.
That is the qualitative.
Qualitative.
Okay. So hope you will do another the quantitative also, right? Because
Yeah, but we have to know the both, because in future the mixed method will be the future.
Yes. Sure. I will join, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay.
Oh.